Hey everyone, and welcome to the Action Hero Podcast, the show that delivers a daily dose of awesome action-packed stories. I'm Adrian.
I'm Julia.
And we are so pumped to be bringing this new show to you guys.
It's going to be a wild ride.
We're going to be covering a different action story every single day.
All in a fun,
epic kind of way.
With masterful storytelling.
That keeps you guys on the edge of your seat, wanting more.
Craving for more tales of adventure and carnage.
So make sure you rate and follow so you don't miss out on a single episode of the Action Hero Podcast.
And today we're diving right into a story
called The Frost Beneath.
It's about this young woman named Emily,
who can freeze the world with her emotions.
Just picture it.
Like a bad day.
Turns into an instant blizzard.
Talk about a power to reckon with?
But here's the thing.
What's the catch?
Emily's more scared of her powers than anyone else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's like a total shrinking violet at the beginning. And her fear manifests as these mini blizzards.
Interesting.
It's both fascinating and kind of sad.
Yeah, that does sound kind of sad, actually.
Right.
Like, it's more of a burden than a gift at that point.
Exactly.
Poor Emily.
But luckily for her,
and maybe for the world,
this mysterious Professor Frost comes along.
Ooh, mysterious.
Offering to teach Emily how to control her powers.
Like a mentor.
Yeah. Think Professor X, but with a frosty twist.
I like it.
Oh,
there's always a but.
This Professor Frost,
yeah.
She's got her own agenda.
Of course she does.
It turns out she wants to use Emily's powers, amplified with some stolen tech.
Stolen tech.
Wait. Basically reshape the world into her own icy vision.
Whoa, hold on. So this mentor is actually a villain.
Pretty much.
That's a classic trope.
Yeah.
But always a good one.
It's a tale as old as time.
So we've got this reluctant hero.
And a dangerous power.
A villain posing as a mentor.
And a world at stake.
What happens next?
Well, think epic showdown.
Okay, I'm listening.
The professor unleashes these monstrous ice creatures.
Ice creatures now we're talking.
In a city square.
Oh.
Using the stolen tech.
I knew that tech was going to be bad news.
It's total chaos.
Yikes.
Like something out of a superhero movie.
Only with more snow.
And a lot more personal stakes.
So Emily has to step up.
Exactly.
But she's still struggling with her own fears, right?
Exactly. But here's where things get really interesting.
Ooh, tell me more.
Seeing a terrified child in the middle of all this chaos triggers something in Emily.
Like a mother bear instinct.
It's like her fear turns into this fierce protectiveness.
Now we're talking.
She's not just blasting ice everywhere.
So she's thinking strategically.
She's creating shields.
Smart.
Using ice as projectiles.
Ooh, that's why.
And even using her powers to disable the professor's tech.
So she's using her brains and her brawn.
It's a great example of how brains can be just as powerful as brawn.
Love that.
Especially when you can control the very elements.
Okay, so does she defeat the professor?
Let's just say.
Come on, you're killing me.
She gives the professor a serious chill.
I bet she does.
The professor is left defeated.
Yes.
But the story ends on kind of a cliffhanger.
A cliffhanger? No way.
It's clear that this isn't over.
Ugh. I need to know what happens next.
And more importantly...
What's more important?
Emily still has her own internal battle to fight.
Oh, right. Her fear.
She may have defeated the professor.
Yeah.
But she still needs to conquer her own inner demons.
That's deep.
So there you have it.
What a story.
Emily's journey from scared girl to ice-wielding hero is seriously inspiring.
I'm on the edge of my seat wanting more.
And that ending talk about leaving us wanting more.
We've got to find out what happens to Emily.
And what about that stolen tech?
Ooh, yeah, what happens to that?
So many questions.
Well, looks like we'll have to wait for the next installment to find out.
But in the meantime,
yeah,
let's take a closer look at some of the themes and ideas.
Awesome. I'm ready to dive deeper.
Let's do it.
Let's break it down.
It's fascinating how her powers are like so connected to her emotions.
Yeah.
Like her inner turmoil is given a physical form. Anxiety becomes a blizzard. It makes you think, what would happen if someone with like a really volatile personality had this kind of power?
Now that's a terrifying thought.
Right.
Imagine like someone whose anger or fear could unleash just catastrophic weather events.
Oh, yeah.
That level of power in the wrong hands could be devastating.
Exactly. And that's why Professor Frost's offer of guidance seems so appealing to Emily at first.
Right. She wants control.
She yearns for control over her powers.
Yeah.
And the professor promises to provide that.
It's that classic temptation, isn't it? Like the desire for control can make us vulnerable to manipulation.
Oh, for sure.
Especially when someone seems to offer a solution to our deepest fears.
And in this case, the price of that control is pretty steep.
Yeah. What is it?
Professor Frost's true intentions are not benevolent.
I had a feeling.
She wants to reshape the world
Reshape it.
onto like an icy landscape,
Interesting.
mirroring her own desire for dominance.
So it's not just about power. It's about control.
It's about reshaping the world in her image.
That's a chilling level of hubris, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Like she's trying to play God with the weather.
It reminds me of those classic stories about overreaching ambition,
Oh, yeah.
the dangers of trying to control forces beyond our understanding.
Professor Frost is like the embodiment of that.
He is.
And it creates such a stark contrast between her and Emily,
Right.
while the professor seeks to impose her will on the world.
Yeah.
Emily's on this journey of self-mastery.
Exactly.
She's trying to control her inner chaos.
Which in turn gives her true command over her powers.
That's a crucial distinction.
It's not just about having power, it's about how you wield it.
Right.
And for Emily, that control comes from a place of compassion, not domination.
I like that.
Compassion, not domination.
And that moment when she sees the terrified child during the attack,
Yes.
it's such a turning point for her.
It is.
It's like her fear is channeled into this fierce protectiveness, almost like a mother bear instinct.
It's like a maternal instinct that unlocks a new level of power within her.
That's powerful.
It is.
It's a beautiful example of how empathy can be a source of strength.
I agree.
Her focus shifts from her own fear to the well-being of others.
And in that moment,
Yeah?
her powers become a tool for defense, for safeguarding those in need.
She becomes a true hero.
Absolutely.
And it raises an interesting question about the nature of heroism.
What's that?
It's not about being fearless.
Okay.
It's about acting despite fear,
Right.
but putting the needs of others before your own.
Selflessness.
Exactly. And the way Emily uses her powers during that final confrontation is so clever.
Tell me more.
She doesn't just go head-to-head with the professor in like a brute force battle.
She's smarter than that.
She uses her understanding of the ice and the professor's tech to outsmart her opponent.
Oh, wow.
It highlights her resourcefulness and strategic thinking.
She's a quick thinker.
It's a reminder that brains can be just as powerful as brawn.
You got that right.
It's like she's playing a game of icy chess,
Ooh, I like that.
anticipating the professor's moves and countering them with precision.
A brilliant display of tactical skill.
Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
It speaks to the importance of adaptability,
Hmm.
being able to think on your feet
Yeah.
and improvise in a crisis.
That's so important.
Those are valuable skills, not just for superheroes,
Right.
but for all of us.
In our daily lives.
This story really gets you thinking about the potential of ice powers.
In what way?
We see Emily use them for defense,
Yeah.
for strategy,
Uh-huh.
even for disabling technology.
That's right.
But what other possibilities are there?
Like what?
What if you could freeze time
Whoa.
or manipulate the very structure of ice at a molecular level?
That would be incredible.
The possibilities seem endless.
They do?
That's what I love about stories like this.
Nice to hear
They
about.
spark our imaginations
Yeah.
and make us consider the boundless potential of these extraordinary abilities.
It's like anything is possible.
It makes us think about our own hidden strengths.
Our own potential.
The potential we might not even realize we possess.
Exactly.
It's a powerful reminder that we all have the capacity for greatness,
E.T.
even if it's sometimes buried beneath layers of self-doubt.
Sometimes it takes a challenge.
Yeah.
A crisis.
To force us to confront those inner demons and discover the hero within.
That's the journey, isn't it?
It is, and that's what makes Emily such a relatable and inspiring character.
I agree.
She's not a perfect superhero.
No.
She's someone who struggles,
Mm-hmm.
makes mistakes.
But ultimately finds the courage to do what's right.
She's human.
That's what makes her real.
She's a testament to the idea that heroism isn't about being fearless,
Okay.
but about facing your fears and acting despite them.
Bravery in the face of fear.
Exactly.
It's about tapping into that inner strength,
Yeah.
that reservoir of compassion and courage.
That resides within each of us.
Emily's journey is a reminder that we all have the potential to be heroes.
To make a difference in the world.
And that's a powerful message.
It's amazing how the frost beneath can be so action-packed.
But also have so much depth.
Yeah, it goes beyond like your typical superhero story.
We got the heart-pounding action, but it's mixed with all this thought-provoking stuff.
About fear and power and compassion.
Exactly. And those action
They
sequences,
don't even get me started.
they're so
The
captivating.
way Emily uses her powers.
It's like she's playing chess with ice.
I know, right? And that moment when she outsmarts Professor Frost.
By targeting the device's weakness,
Such a smart move.
It shows how adaptable she is.
And how she can think on her feet
Resourcefulness and strategic thinking.
can be just as effective as raw power.
That's a good lesson for all of us.
Ice powers or not.
Definitely, this story really makes you think.
About all the different ways ice powers could be used.
Like, what if you could freeze time?
Or manipulate the structure of ice.
At a molecular level.
The possibilities are endless.
It's like these stories unlock our imagination.
They make us think about hidden strengths.
Our own potential.
It's exactly so. The frost beneath.
A chilling tale.
Of power, fear, and courage.
It makes you want to face your fears.
And embrace your inner hero.
Who knows? Maybe we all have some hidden ice powers.
Just waiting to be unleashed.
It's all about finding that spark.
That ignites our inner strength.
Our inner hero.
So what do you guys think about Emily's story?
Would you rather control ice or face your fears?
Let us know.
And don't forget to rate and follow
The Action Hero Podcast.
for more epic tales of adventure and awesomeness.
We'll be back tomorrow with another dose of action.
Until then,
Stay frosty.